live streamer, please check your phones, make sure they're on silent or turned off. We'll be broadcasting to the rest of the country. And we shall... All right, there we go. We are live. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to DuePoint. Welcome to everyone who's tuned in to our live stream around the country. I hope everybody is well on this Friday afternoon. My name is Rob van der Bijl. I'm one of the executives here at DuePoint. I'm going to be spending a short, concise 35 minutes with you as I go through a business proposition. So I'm going to be telling you about a business. I'm not here to convince anyone of anything. I'm purely going to show you a little bit about our business. And if you have any questions, reserve those for after the presentation. I'm sure you are being hosted by someone. Someone's introduced you to DuePoint. So you would be able to speak to those people after the presentation. If you have more questions that they can't answer, you're very welcome to speak to me or phone client service. I'm sure they'll be able to help you. All right, so first thing to point out is DuePoint is a division of another company called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. I will touch on Constantia a little bit more towards the end of the presentation. Suffice to say that we are a very well-established insurance company that's been around for nearly 70 years. But DuePoint is fairly new. We were founded in February 2016, so we're almost about 3.5 years old. New in terms of business terms, I think. But a number of factors came together when we decided to form DuePoint, and these will give you a fairly good idea of the relevance of this business, particularly to yourselves as well as to us. So number one, economic and risk factors. I imagine that you've been introduced to this business because you are fairly interested in creating another source of income for yourself. This is born mostly out of a lot of the risk that we face today in the economy. So if your day job did everything that you wished it had done for you from an economic point of view, no one would be here on a Friday afternoon watching a business opportunity presentation, right? But that's not the fact. There are a lot of risk factors that we now have to come to terms with, especially as employees, and hopefully this business can mitigate a lot of those risk factors. Social entrepreneurship, this is the opportunity that we've made available to the public. So a business like Constantia, you've probably never heard of before. Constantia have never dealt with consumers in the past. It's only now through our division DuePoint are we now speaking to people directly. And we've created a social entrepreneurship opportunity for you to engage with, to create this additional income. And what we hope to achieve by creating this partnership is better distribution channels for us as a business. So your mandate is going to become going out and helping us build DuePoint purely by just telling other people about the business. That's all we require from you. We'll take care of everything else. And if you are able to do that and build what we call channels of distribution, there are a host of benefits waiting for you. So we're going to go through the benefits nice and quickly. And this is a great slide which will really summarize any SWOT analysis that you want to do against any other business model. And I believe that DuePoint will come out on top every single time, because I don't think there's a business opportunity in the country that is as low risk as DuePoint, but offers as much reward and return on your time. So primarily you get to create additional income. This goes without saying. The nature of the income is very important, because this is something that separates us from many other business opportunities in the ability as an insurance company to create what we call a book value, and you get to share in that book value. You're almost earning a return or a royalty out of the book value that we create here. This is a wonderful thing, because it means that our business is not directly constrained by activity. As employees, that's exactly how we earn income, through activity, right? I ran a ad agency for about 15 years, and that was directly constrained to activity. Unless we had designers and developers working in front of their computers, we weren't earning any income. My father said to me when I was very young, he said, get involved in business that pays you when you're sleeping. And I had no idea what he was talking about, because I think I just got into high school. I thought he wanted me to become a stockbroker or something like that. And I only really came to terms with what he was talking about. He's a gold miner, right? So he's been involved in gold production for about 45 years, and he's in the same constraint. Because unless there are shifts happening, unless there are miners going underground and digging gold and bringing ore to the surface and processing that ore, they're not making any income. And so they have shifts 24 hours a day. Christmas Day, New Year's Day, they don't let a minute escape them, because their income is directly constrained to activity, the same as employees. As employees, we have got a mandate to work 8 hours a day for the month before we get paid any salary. And if anything threatens that, then our income is threatened. Our livelihood is threatened. If you get sick, your income is threatened. If you are retrenched, your income ends. If you get to retirement age, your income ends. If you die, your income ends. Our business is able to mitigate all those risks that we face, right? And that's going to become more apparent to you. So recurring income is a very important benefit. The power duplication, this is your opportunity to go out and build a team around you that can help you build your channel much faster, increase your recurring income exponentially instead of 3% a year, what we used to, what we hope our employers give us, right? You can do much more at DuePoint. Our business is very flexible in the fact that we've invested a lot of money into technology that allows you to build your channel of distribution from your mobile phone, so from your smartphone, any time of the day, anywhere in the country. You can start building business in Cape Town tomorrow from Joburg, overnight, without any cost to yourself, right? Because of the technology. It's no startup capital. We've designed this business to be very low risk, to have a low barrier to entry. I don't want to make any proposition from the stage that leaves you fearing the risk involved in getting involved in business. If anyone's had the pleasure of trying to start a business, you will know how many resources it saps up, right? And the amount of risk attached to starting a new business is very high. But fortunately, we've got a working business model. We've got all the infrastructure in place, and you're left with very little risk at the end of the day. So you can consider DuePoint and becoming a wealth engineer here at DuePoint without the fear of losing anything. At the same time, we don't have qualifications or experience requirements. Most importantly, you get to build an asset that you have ownership over. So you have legal tender over your channel of distribution that you build here at DuePoint, right? That it mitigates a lot of the risk again. Because assets can't retire you. They don't retrench you. Assets don't disappear upon death. Your recurring income will carry on paying out regardless of those circumstances. And very few South Africans get to pass wealth onto their children or onto their spouse when they pass away. You get to do that, right? It is very much the antithesis of employment. How many people have got shares in the business that they work at? Who gets dividend checks every quarter? Who gets to share in the upside when their business does well? We don't. But we will spend 8 hours a day for 45 years of our life working for somebody else, with what to show for it when we get to retirement. Do you know that 95% of South Africans can't afford to retire? That's a frightening statistic. So why would we invest so much time into chasing a salary every single month for a lifetime? Start sacrificing some time every week into building an asset that you have ownership over. And then finally, there's absolutely no selling involved. We exclude you from that process entirely, mostly for regulatory reasons, but that's a great thing. So now you have the prospect of knowing that you don't have to go out and sell insurance or investment products. We take care of that side of the business. What you have to do, though, is go out and just connect people to our business. That's all we require you to do. Go tell someone that there's a business opportunity available to get rid of all this risk that stands in our way, right? And that's all you have to do. But your success is very much dependent on your ability to build this thing called the channel of distribution. So we decided to show you illustratively what one looks like. It begins with you. You become a wealth engineer and a product owner here at DuePoint, and now you go out and start telling people about DuePoint, introducing them to this business. And in this case, we've got 5 people that have connected to DuePoint from your efforts. And that is where the power duplication begins, because those 5 people in this example that you've connected to the business will go out and do the same thing. They've joined our business for very much the same reason you joined, to create a channel, to create an asset, to create recurring income. And so your channel of distribution will grow whether you like it or not from that point. We've got wealth engineers that came into the business and have left long since. Their channels are still growing. There's one lady that joined us 3 months into the business. She did really well for a few months. She disappeared. Unfortunately, her husband had a stroke, and she moved back down where his family was, and she stopped doing any business. Her channel is sitting at about 6,000 people, unbeknown to her, right? This is the power of duplication. This is a wonderful benefit that you get to leverage as much as possible. So bring strong people and lots of people onto your first point if you want a channel that grows faster and greater. So this is what a channel of distribution looks like. Every single paying product owner that you see on the screen is earning you a monthly return. This is the asset that you own. This is what pays out recurring income every month. How do we pay that recurring income? It is through what we call our returns program. We pay a base return fee of £27.50 for every product that you have in your channel. But it's dependent on where the product lies in relation to you. So the first few people that you introduce to DuePoint, people you introduce will always fall on your first point. And on your first point, we actually pay you £55 for every product on your first point. So if you had 10 people that you referred successfully and that all pay for their products, you're earning R550 every single month. You've just generated R6,000 annually in recurring income from this asset that you've started building. All right? And when those people go out and connect other people, we refer to that as your second point. And on your second point, again, you get paid R55 for every product on your second point. And so on your first and second point, if you had 100 people, you would be earning R5,500 a month, 60,000 annually. And as your channel grows, the product gets further away from you, right? Your third, fourth, all the way down to the eighth point. By the eighth point, you see the multiplier is at 4% of the £27.50, but we don't stop you at 0.8. That's why there's a little plus sign next to the 8. We will pay you, in theory, to infinity. We place absolutely no limitation on the size of your channel at DuePoint. There's no limitation on how much money you can earn at DuePoint. So that is the mechanics of the returns, fairly straightforward. People still want to understand, well, how much money can someone make at DuePoint, and how quickly can I get rich at DuePoint, or how quickly can I get to a certain amount of money at DuePoint, and what effort is required to do that, because my time is very expensive. It's very valuable to me, right? It's probably one of the few things that we control in our lives. So we built a projection over the next 5 years. When we launched the business, we thought this would be fairly useful for people to understand what they could derive as a return out of DuePoint. The premise here, the activity required, is that you only connect 2 people a month, right? So this is just an example. You can do 0 people a month. You can do 20 people a month. This example shows doing 2 people onto your first point every single month. If you do that, after 6 months, you'll reach about R2,500 a month, right? So for me, I'm always interested in what people's perception of R2,500 in recurring income is. Is that a lot of money? No one ever looks excited when I say R2,500 a month. I always look at the audience, and I've always said no one's ever left at this point, so it can't be that bad, right? Maybe you're just waiting for the number to get bigger. But a wonderful lesson at this point here, because my impression was R2,500 is never going to get anyone excited, and it doesn't ever seem to, anyway, unless I gave it to you right now. As your lucky presentation, yes, R2,500 cash, then everyone will be excited, right? You'll have a smile on your face. How long will that money last, though, if you had R2,500 cash in your back pocket, in your purse? Friday afternoon now, will it last till Sunday? Lunchtime. Donnie's going out for a big lunch with his friend. But this is the problem always, right? So our business always speaks the language of wealth creation. That is our aim. Our aspiration is to create individuals that become wealthy at DuePoint. And to become wealthy, one of the first stepping stones is getting rid of your debt. And we know from the statistics that the majority of South Africans are indebted, right? And so the decision always here is when you start earning recurring income from DuePoint, do you spend that money or do you leverage it to become wealthy? Who would put that money into debt that they have? Or who just increases their lifestyle a little bit and enjoys the money that they're earning? Here's a little illustration. If you had R1 million bond outstanding, right, on property, over 20 years, you're paying an installment of about R11,500 a month for 20 years before you get to pay that house off, before you even see the deed papers to that property. But earning R2,500, if you put that into your bond, it'll allow you to pay the property off in nearly half the time. Instead of 20 years, it'll take you 11.5 years. You'll save, in effect, nearly R900,000 that you would have paid to the bank. Let DuePoint give you leverage to pay debt off completely. I will love to have people come to me and say, you know what? This month is the first month I'm completely debt-free. I owe nothing on the car. I owe nothing on the house. I paid my kids' tuition 1 year up front because of DuePoint. At month 12, you're earning nearly R9,000 a month. That's in excess of R100,000 annually. By year 2, month 24, you're close to R28,000. After 36 months, you'll be closing in on R50,000. After 4 years, next Rugby World Cup, you'll be earning close to R70,000 a month. And after 60 months, 5 years from today, you could be earning nearly R85,000 a month. That's R1 million in annual recurring income. Now, this is just academic. It's a theory, right? It's very accurate because now we've had 3.5 years of data to see exactly wealth engineers' activity, what does it lead to from a return point of view. And this is a very accurate projection that our actuaries have put together. But as I said, people can do 0 every month. People can do 20 a month. It is up to you. But at the same time, it's very important for us to bring real people doing this business up onto stage to share their experience with people. This is our review of the business. It's like going to Hello Peter. I know we all go to Hello Peter to go look at the complaints, but there are actually some compliments on Hello Peter as well. And so we bring wealth engineers that come up and not only tell people the good of the business, but also the frustration of the business, right? And so we've got Paul. Paul's up this month for his second time. He's only been in the business for 10 months. He's sitting over there. He's not an actor. He's a real person. Someone said to me, our testimonials are actors once upon a time. So he's been in the business for 10 months. His return's sitting at over 3,000 Rand a month. You can see the work he's done. He's done good work. 34 people on his first point in the space of 10 months. He's doing more than 2 people, right? His 34 people have helped him get 132 people into his channel. His channel's sitting at 5 points in size. I'm very excited to see where Paul's going to be in 3 years' time, in 5 years' time. Because he's adamant. Pushes every month. Every month, non-stop, he's here pushing. We've got Don Landon. Don's from the Eastern Cape in Port Elizabeth. He's been in the business for 2.5 years. He is rank 5. That'll make more sense to you later. His return is sitting at over 11,000 a month. But he's only got 20 people on his first point. He's had the luxury of time, though. Those 20 people have had 2.5 years to find 419 people. That's why I say get excited to see what Paul's going to do because he's pushing a lot harder than most wealth engineers in our business. Right? But he's only been doing it for 10 months. His channel's only had 10 months to grow. Here, Don's had 2.5 years for his channel to grow. And that's allowed him to get in excess of 11,000 Rand per month. And so we've got thousands of people that join this business every single month. We've got the superstars like Dani, a number of people that have come and gone in the business. Some have sold their channels. Some are still pushing hard. Everybody is different. But remember this. Our system is identical for everybody. The system is identical for everybody. You are at liberty to decide what you want from DuePoint. Do you want the 85,000 Rand a month? Or are you happy with the 1,000 Rand a month? That's your choice. No one's going to phone you from DuePoint in the morning and say, what are you doing today? You've got to want it yourself. But what I'm telling you is it's available. No one is stopping you from taking what you want from DuePoint. On top of the returns program, we've got a rewards program that rewards you when your channel gets to certain sizes, right? We call these ranks. So you saw Don was rank 5. That is probably one of the first notable ranks, rank 5. There are a couple of cash rewards leading up to rank 5. But at rank 5, we give you a business toolkit valued at about 1,200 Rand. I come from a background, like I said earlier, of design and branding, advertising and marketing. I understand the power of creating a good first impression. I always joke, I say, one day I'm going to come up here with my sleeping shorts on and maybe my rugby socks and a dirty t-shirt, and I'll see what everyone's reaction is when I come and stand up. This guy's presenting business to us. Everyone will walk out. Right? And so we understand the importance of creating a very good first impression. Not a fake first impression, a good, credible first impression. Anyone that you do business with, there has to be trust involved. This helps build trust. When you've got business cards, when someone can see that you're propagating this idea of DuePoint in a positive way, in a professional way, you will do better at business. At rank 7, we take that a much bigger step forward. We get you very specialized business cards that cost us about 17,000 Rand a set. And again, these business cards create a wonderful first impression, because if you sit down at a meeting and you put a 17,000 Rand business card on the table, I promise you people will listen more intently when you tell them about DuePoint, because no one in the country has got 17,000 Rand business cards. Not even the CEO of De Beers has got 17,000 Rand business cards, but you do, right? You're going to be meeting a lot of people for the first time. Create a great first impression. Rank 9, we get to take you and your family to our Rank 9 International Conference. It happens every single year. Once you get to 1,000 qualified products in your channel, you will be deemed rank 9, and we will take you and your family every single year for the rest of your life. It is 5-star luxury resort for 7 days. It's an all expenses paid trip, and it's business class flights. You don't spend a cent. It doesn't matter where you are in the country. We will come pick you up in a black car and take you to the airport. You can be in Durban. We'll fly you from Durban. There is no expense spared for you. It is 1 week where you get to vacation and enjoy life like a millionaire. Literally like a millionaire. Right? If you don't believe me, take a look at what we've done in the last 2 years. We've documented our two last rank 9 trips. These were both in Mauritius, and it's available for every single person. Everyone. So that is what our rank 9 trip looks like. The record is 5 months. 0 to 1,000 products in your qualified channel. Took that gentleman 5 months to do, earning 20,000 Rand a month and coming on a 200,000 Rand family vacation every single year. 2 ranks later, we spend $250,000 Rand buying you a brand new car. You can choose any car you like, and it's the best car to own. It's the one without an installment at the end of the month. One that sits in your garage and doesn't cost you anything. One with no interest charges, because we pay for the car cash. It's in your name. There's no further T's and C's. There's no DuePoint stickers on the car. It's your car. You could quit DuePoint the next day. No one's going to take the car away from you. So this is what our rewards program looks like on top of the returns program. We're at rank 11. This has been done in under 2 years. We go up to rank 28 in the rewards program. So there's still a lot of benefit waiting for wealth engineers in the rewards program. But our business is built on the backbone of the products that we've innovated. And so the products are designed with wealth in mind at the same time. If you go look at any wealthy individual, they have a portfolio of insurance and investment products. Why? Because if you create wealth, you want to protect your wealth. And so I want you to look at our products through that lens, protecting your wealth. Perhaps not for your benefit, perhaps for the benefit of your family. So our first product is called Access Wealth. It's an investment and insurance product rolled into one. It costs you only 324 Rand a month. The investment portion is 100 Rand that gets contributed into a tax-free investment fund. That is your name. You've got full access to that fund. You can withdraw it at any stage. The insurance aspect is 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident death cover. And our products have been designed to remove all discrimination. It doesn't matter what your age is. The premium is the same for everybody. As long as you're over the age of 18, you can take out any product knowing that the price is the same for everybody, right? And there are zero exclusions from a health point of view. So there's no medical checkups that we do. We don't send nurses to come visit you. We don't want to know your medical history upon claiming. We've removed all of that from our products. WealthGuard, 249 Rand a month. This is an insurance product only. It is personal accident cover to the value of 1 million Rand. Again, accessible to everybody. And then we have our family wealth product. This is a funeral cover product, probably the best funeral cover product available in South Africa today, because I go and check on our competitors all the time, and there is amazing value in our family wealth product. Starts at 299 Rand. It gives you 20,000 Rands worth of funeral cover, covers up to additional 5 family members, also gives the principal member 10,000 Rands worth of debt protection. You can increase this cover to 30,000 Rand as well as up to 10 family members. You have to get in on this product before the age of 70, but once you're on the product, it becomes a whole of life product. So you can live till 100, 110. We don't remove you from this product. We keep you covered. It's called a whole of life product. And you can see there are no excluded pre-existing conditions. So anyone can take this product out, right, and derive the benefit from the funeral cover. Wealth Points is our final product. It is 299 Rand a month. This product aims to lower your monthly expenditure. What we've done is we've gone and partnered with a number of businesses that have offered our Wealth Points members discounts and services through this product. So you can see the growing number of partners that we have on this business. We've tried to cover that broad spectrum of typically what people spend money on every single month. If you engage actively with these partners, you will certainly derive a lot of benefit. We've got everything from data, voice, groceries, online retailers, car manufacturers, restaurants, health, beauty. We've tried to cover everything, right? And this is a growing list, so we're always looking for new partners without any increase in cost to the subscription amount. So those are the 4 products. If you're looking for more information, go to our website. We've got in-depth review videos on each of the products. For those people that need money now, I know everyone needs money now. Once money now, we've got the Achiever Quest. It is a short-term quest that runs every single month. If you're able to connect 10 wealth engineers that all pay successfully in the same month, we will give you an extra 5,000 Rand on top of your monthly return. So if you're earning already 5,000 Rand a month and you do that, suddenly you're earning 10,000 Rand in that month. If you do 20 wealth engineers in the same month, we'll give you an extra 10,000 Rand. And if you do 30 new wealth engineers, we'll give you an extra 15,000 Rand on top of your return. So you can earn this month 16,500 Rand minimum if you do 30 people that pay successfully in the same month. That can be your first month at DuePoint. You don't have to wait to have a channel built and built and built. Chase the Achiever Quest. You can make money for yourself very quickly. Long-term incentive is our 365 challenge. This has about it's a bit more if you do the Achiever Quest every single month while you're doing this. There's about 1.4 million Rand in benefit waiting for wealth engineers. The challenge is connect 365 people in 365 days. So on average, you need to connect 1 person a day. Right? We've already got people doing it. The highest performing wealth engineer couple are pensioners from Vanderbijl Park. They're not even in Joburg, in a little town, Vanderbijl Park. They're pensioners. How can they do it? Right? I need to see the young people doing the Achiever Quest and the 365 challenge. So what is the value in here? 365. If you can connect the 365 people in 365 days, that'll grow you a channel that'll take you to about rank 13, rank 14. You'll be earning about 50,000 Rand a month by this time next year. And if you do it in the amount of time allotted, we will give you an extra bonus check of 365,000 Rand in cash. And if you do it in tranches of 30 people every single month, like the Achiever Quest challenges you to, that's an extra 180,000 Rand in cash. You'll have the car, you'll have the holiday, you'll have the rank 7 business cards, and you'll have the business pack along with all the other cash rewards. This challenge will make you a millionaire in 12 months. Simple as that. right? So be aware of that because it starts the first day you become a wealth engineer. A reminder of our Bloemfontein encounter happening on the 20th of July, my hometown. Not Bloem, but Welkom is my hometown. I've got lots of family living in Bloemfontein still. This is a reminder so that you can start creating lists to invite people to the Bloemfontein encounter. Brendan is going to be going down to the Free State, and he is going to help you connect people into your business. So if you want to start deriving income out of the Free State, this is a wonderful opportunity. If you know people in the Free State, I would phone people. If you don't know anyone in the Free State, phone someone who you think knows people in the Free State. Get a list from them. Connect as many people as possible. That's all you have to do. Invite them. It's free of charge. Brendan will do the rest of the work on the day. It's about a 3-4 hour business seminar. He will help you start deriving returns out of the Free State. So go onto our website. There's an events button there and register yourself and guests. So for me, the decision is I'm not really interested in who wants to be millionaires. I know everyone wants to be a millionaire. Everyone wants a free car with no installment in the garage. Everyone wants to go on a luxury holiday every single year. The decision for me is more intentional. If you are interested in joining us in this business, if you're interested in partnering with DuePoint, I want to know how quickly you can start. Do you have enough intention to start today? Are there people you can tell about DuePoint today? What about tomorrow? What are you doing this weekend? My question is, how do you fit DuePoint into your life going forward? Because the worst thing for me is to see people get excited by the prospect and then treat us like a New Year's resolution. Treat us like a gym contract. I've got the gym contract, I never go to gym, right? I want to look good for the beach in Mauritius this December, but I'm not going to gym. Let's be intentional about this. How do we fit this business into our lives? Every single day, preferably. I would love to see you connecting 5 people a day into this business, becoming a millionaire in a year, changing your life. Those are the aspirations we have as a business for people that get involved with DuePoint. So that is always the decision for me. I told you I'd touch a little bit on our principals, Constantia. So Constantia is a 70-year-old registered insurance company. Perhaps your first step at DuePoint is going to be a step of faith. To go, okay, I've seen this business. They look legitimate. Let me take the step of faith and see what happens. Very little risk involved. What do I have to lose? But going forward from that point, I want you to start developing pride and trust in this business because you can be proud to be part of Constantia and of DuePoint. We're a 70-year-old business. We are audited, we are regulated, we're listed on the Joburg Stock Exchange. It is a business you can be proud to tell other people about. Right? So go do some snooping around. Go to our website, go to the Constantia website. That's the FSP number that we operate under. All our licenses are on display outside in our foyer. They're on our website. You can go to the FSCA website, type Constantia. You'll see all the licenses come up. But make sure that you are a believer in the business, because when you go out to propagate the DuePoint name, people will see whether you have belief and trust in this business or not, right? For your success. Next Wealth Generators Leadership Workshop is tomorrow. So Brendan is going to be addressing all our rank 4s and above tomorrow. So this is a final reminder for our wealth generators, rank 4s and above, to either be in attendance, so you should have RSVP'd by now, or at least going to be on the live stream. So that's happening at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. And that's it, folks. I thank you for your attention, for your presence, and my wish for every audience that I get to address is that you have a prosperous 2019. That's my wish. A prosperous 2019. Regardless of what's happening out there, you can come to DuePoint. You can be in this bubble of prosperity, and you get to share that with people you know. So good luck. Thank you.